What's going on? It take me a while to make videos because I be working so much. But let's talk about the playoffs. The playoffs were great this year. Shout out to the 49ers. They've been balling all year. They proved that, you know, they proved that they can handle big games. They proved that things could they proved that things could come together. But this video is about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is the most overrated player outside of LeBron James. They're overrated players. And the reason why they're overrated, not saying they're not great. Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback. He's not in my top 10. Others may put him in their top 10 or top 5, maybe top 3. Same goes for LeBron James, but to me, they're very overrated players. Aaron Rodgers today made some terrible throws. He made some terrible throws early, and then tomorrow on Undisputed and all the shows, they're gonna blame the defense. The defense did the best they could. When you're out there on the field for a whole game and losing the time of possession, you're not gonna be effective. And Aaron Rodgers, I've been saying he's been carried all year. He's been carried all year by the refs and the league and his defense and his running game. So when you take away his running game and when you gash his defense, Aaron Rodgers is nothing. But this has been Aaron Rodgers all the time. He had a great coach in Mike McCarthy. He treated him like crap. Once he treated him like crap, he got him fired and kicked out of Green Bay and made it seem like Mike McCarthy didn't know how to call a play. No, he don't listen. He's not coachable. And when the Packers came out saying that don't be the problem, and then they also had another report that they could move on from him. Aaron Rodgers had a terrible season. Like, he's had some terrible years. Ever since that Super Bowl run, Aaron Rodgers has not been great. I don't care what the stats say. This is facts. If you watch the games and see how he plays a very poor game. And then he's trying to throw Hail Marys and throw deep passes when the pressure's off of him to win the games. And when he win the game, it's like, oh man, look what I did. But Aaron Rodgers just don't got it, man. He he wasn't even that great in college. You guys are so blinded. Aaron Rodgers went to California, either the University of California, California University, whatever it is. He went there and everything. Give me a second. So he went to California and he played. How'd he play? He played decent. I mean, he wasn't the greatest. Damn, that was a good play. He wasn't the greatest ever. He was good, middle of the pack quarterback. I never thought he was that good. I just thought he was decent. I didn't think he was going to be anything when he got to the NFL. Mike McCarthy redid his whole throwing motion. They changed his whole throwing motion and they kept him behind Favre. And after that year when Favre threw that pick against the Giants, which everyone tried to blame Favre for that game, but it wasn't his fault. That Giants defense and Plaxico Burress were just amazing that year. They were going off. But Mike McCarthy, felt like they were ready to go into Aaron Rodgers' direction because Brett Favre said that he's going to retire. Then he had a change of heart, and the organization treated him like crap, which is disrespectful for a man who's played for your franchise for over 13, 14 years, and he kept y'all Green Bay Fudge Packers relevant. He kept y'all relevant, and y'all treated Brett Favre like crap. The media treats him like crap, and they treat all the greats like crap, but they give these bums like Aaron, well, I'm going to say bums, but give these fake goats the credit like LeBron and Aaron Rodgers. They're not the greatest. They're great in their own right. They have a time where they're hot, they ball out, and then they don't. It's like Peyton Manning to me. Peyton Manning is the type of guy where he had a running game. He had Edgerrin James. He went from Marshall Faulk to Edgerrin James, then to Joseph Adai, then went to C.J. Anderson. And the reason he only has 2 rings is because he didn't know how to sacrifice. You see, the difference between him and Eli, he's better than Eli, but Eli knows what he's great at and what he's not great at. Peyton think he can do whatever he want. He think he can, if the pass isn't working, he's going to try another 20 passes. The pass still ain't working, he's going to try another 20 passes. The problem with Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers in big games, he crumbles. Unless he has somebody there. That year, they won. They got lucky. It was a clean run through the playoffs. They should have lost to the Bears in week 17. But the Bears coach, Lovie Smith, he took the foot off the gas and let Green Bay in the playoffs. They should have won that NFC championship game, but Jay Cutler got hurt, and this is when Jay Cutler got a bad rap because he was trying to get on the bike and things weren't working. It was just his leg was messed up, and he was standing on it, so they were trying to say, oh, well, Jay Cutler's soft and this and that. He's soft. The dude was the most sacked quarterback that year, and he made it through. But that's another story. Aaron Rodgers is the most overrated player in NFL. I ain't going to say NFL. He's overrated. And people going to hate. People going to say, look at these numbers. Look at these. You know why stats were created? Stats were created to help slow people follow the game. Positions were made for slow people to follow the game. Just because a tight end is at the tight position, he could still be a wide receiver. He still could be he still could be a Y, or he can be a U. He can be an F back. Anything. It depends on what the play is. It's just like basketball. Your point guard doesn't necessarily have to be your point guard. Your point guard can be your center. Your point guard could be your power forward. You're small. That's just how the average fan can identify with watching football or basketball. Now, the quarterback necessarily doesn't have to be under center all the time. You don't have to have that guy. You can have another guy in there, like Derrick Henry today was running. They had him run out the quarterback, which they call it the Wildcat offense. You know, that offense was designed for running quarterbacks or running backs. But the problem is that Aaron Rodgers, they've caught up to him. He's not that guy. And they have got to stop promoting him as that guy. He's just not. You know, he's overrated. He's vastly overrated. He beats the Cowboys and everyone thinks, oh, he's the greatest ever. The Cowboys suck. You know, the Cowboys are trash. You know, I was a fan when Emmitt Smith was there and was a fan during some parts, but they suck. The Cowboys are bums. They're cowgirls, cow trash. Now, and then the NFC North, he beats it every year because he doesn't have any competition. The Vikings got Kirk Cousins, who really is just an average quarterback. You see what happens when you actually game plan against him and take away his receiving options. He's nothing. You take away the running game, which was Dalvin Cook, and I forgot the other guy's name. You won. You won the game. Now, the problem and everything that's going on is that how many more years we're going to keep getting this Aaron Rodgers is the greatest thrower of the ball. Aaron Rodgers could not outthrow no Warren Moon. He couldn't outthrow no Dan Marino. He couldn't outthrow no Joe Montana. He wasn't even, to me, better than Steve McNair or McNabb or even Cunningham. He's not that great. He's a great talent who lucked up by being in a great situation. Now, is he a Hall of Famer? Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. But as far as the top list go of quarterbacks, I don't know. He's not better than a lot of them, man. He's not better than Tom Brady. He's not better than Warren Moon. He's not better than Dan Marino. He's not better than I don't even think he was better than John Elway or Joe Montana. I don't even think he was better than Steve Young or Troy Aikman. He damn sure wasn't better than Brett Favre. So for y'all to say that, y'all smoking crack. I gotta look at the list of QBs. I don't even think he was better than Doug Williams and those guys. Joe Theismann. Shoot, he probably had a better arm than Bob Greasy and Bart Starr because they played differently. But he wasn't better than Johnny Unitas. I know I didn't see Johnny Unitas, but Johnny Unitas had a cannon. And he was playing in the era where the passing game was not revolutionized. So I'm going to leave this to say this. Aaron Rodgers is the problem. He's come up small. When he gets what he wants and things don't go right, everybody else get the blame. And that's the same thing as LeBron James. That's why Aaron Rodgers and LeBron James are the same player. They're the same player. They're crybabies. They get upset when they don't have their way. The only difference is LeBron has the power to trade people or fire coaches. Aaron Rodgers, he don't have that type of power. He gets leeway, but he don't have that type of power. But they're going to blame everybody else. Aaron Rodgers is going to come back next year. They're going to probably have another good season because the NFC North really ain't that great. Detroit should have never fired Jim Caldwell. That's why they're sucking. The Bears, Trubisky sucks. Until they get rid of him, they're not winning nothing. The Vikings got Kirk Cousins. So the Packers will be back next year. And they're going to have the same problem. Aaron Rodgers is just not great in big games. He's just not. And there's no hate towards him. Is he a great quarterback? Yeah, he's a great regular season quarterback. He's a great regular season quarterback. Rodgers is going to give you all these numbers. He's going to throw the ball away. He's going to do everything, but he's going to continue being overrated. And that, my friends, that's the truth. Welcome to HDTV, and please hit the like button.